Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Good morning, and let's get started with what's up for us today. I'm just going to adjust the screen a little bit because it seems to be too big. Give me 1 second, please. I think this has to be minimized. It's too big right now. So we're going to have fun today because my settings are out of whack. And when we go to trading view, I think this is going to come back to bite me. But that's the fun of live streams, and we're learning. Okay, so this is my home screen for today to show what's happening. This is our dashboard. Fear and greed index has improved a little bit thanks to the wrong reasons. We have gone from 21 to 25, and at one point of time we were as low as 8 or 6, if I recollect properly. So this is really good. We are moving in the right direction. Dow futures rally 700 points after Trump softened stance on Powell and China tariffs. Now, what is happening here is the market is reacting positively to things that should not have happened in the first place. I think Trump is running America like a mom and pop store, saying something today, saying something the day after, not being aware of the consequence of his words. Now, if you look at this clip out here.
On Jerome Powell, you said that the termination of Jerome Powell cannot come fast enough. He says he won't leave even if you ask him to. Do you believe you have?
If I ask him to, he'll be out of there. But
do you believe you have the power to remove him? And are you trying to do that?
I don't think he's doing the job. He's too late, always too late, a little slow, and I'm not happy with him. I let him know it, and if I want him out, he'll be out of there real fast. Believe me.
Mr. President, on Jerome Powell.
It's all coming down. The only thing that hasn't come down but hasn't gone up much are interest rates, and we think the Fed should lower the rate. We think that it's a perfect time to lower the rate, and would like to see our chairman be early or on time as opposed to late. Late's not good.
Mr. President,
I don't want to talk about that because I have no intention of firing him.
Mr. President,
there are reports that you're considering
Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me now? God, I'm doing a very bad job with all this live stream. I don't think my channel is going to survive these kind of mistakes. Oh boy. I've been talking mute for a long time. Good Lord, what the hell is happening here? Hot Dog, thanks for staying around. I can't run this channel like this with these kind of amateur live streams where the sound is off or the something is off. Maybe I should prepare much more rigorously before I do a live stream. Sorry, Hot Dog, and sorry anyone else who has been listening and who tuned out because there was no audio. Let me get back into track again. Good Lord. Okay, thanks, Hot Dog. Okay, let me get back onto the track again. So what I was saying is yesterday we had a resistance at 367 which held us back, but today it has become a support, and today the support for Microsoft is going to be this 9-day exponential as well as this mustard line 21-day exponential. That's going to be the resistance for us today. Our support is 9-day exponential, and our other resistance today is going to be 380.20. So that's the range I think for Microsoft. I was also saying that Tesla and Apple are going to get a lot of boost today because of the positive China talk from White House, and if China doesn't play hardball, that boost will remain and they would be able to scale new heights. Tesla cleared a whole lot of ground yesterday, and those who are holding Tesla stocks are in for a treat because yesterday our resistance at 241.41 still held, and the 9-day exponential also held, but today pre-market action shows that it's become a positive, it's become a support. 9 days also become a support, and also our resistance at 249.90 has become a support. So the support for today is going to be the 21-day exponential as well as 250.48, which are together, and it's a very strong support. Our resistance today, first resistance is 256.02, second resistance is 265.32. These are the twin resistances that we see out here, and then we also have resistance at 267.78. But I am thinking that Tesla will be able to break through these because of multiple catalysts. One is Elon Musk saying he's going to spend more time in Tesla. The other is the positive vibes coming from White House saying that they're going to be very nice to China. They're literally begging China to come to the bargaining table. Let us see what China does. I think China is in a very strong position right now, and if they play hardball, we can lose all these gains that we saw here. So we'll see what China does. I don't think China is going to play hardball. They will make sure that their prestige and their position is maintained, and they'll come in from a position of strength and try to negotiate. So I think all is going to be good for Apple and Tesla. Oracle was up 3.6% yesterday, again up 3.84% today. So yesterday our resistance at 128.12 held, whereas our resistance at 125.97 was taken during the intraday trading. So I'm going to mark them both as supports going forward, and our resistance at 9-day exponential remained, but it has been converted into a support in the pre-market trading today. So our first support today is going to be the 9-day exponential at 130.05, and our first resistance today was going to be at 131.50. That has also been converted into a support. So I'm going to mark this diagonal line of resistance as a diagonal line of support, and our support is going to be at 130.40 today, the first support. Our resistance is very strong, and it's going to be at 135.82 along with the 21-day exponential. So that's the range for Oracle today. AMD has rallied smartly 4.15% in pre-market activities, and yesterday our diagonal line of resistance and 9-day exponential were a resistance for us, but today we have overcome that. It was supposed to be at around 89.29 or 89.35 because this is a dynamic line, and also the 9-day exponential is in the same position, joint with this diagonal line of resistance, and that has been taken over. So I'm going to mark that green. So that's our first line of support, very strong support today for AMD. And our first resistance is 21-day exponential at 93.72. So that's what we have here, my friends. Then we look at SMCI, which has rallied smartly to by 7.13%. So our resistance yesterday, which held properly at 31.03, and also the 9-day exponential was a resistance yesterday. They functioned well for yesterday, but they have become a support today. In the pre-market trade, we have already crossed them. So I'm going to mark this diagonal line of resistance into a diagonal line of support. And our support today is going to be at 32.13, and our other support today is going to be at 31.04. I've marked that also green. The first resistance is the 21-day exponential at 33.91, and the second resistance is 34.68, which is this horizontal line of resistance. And then, of course, Broadcom has also jumped up 4.55%. Our minor line of resistance worked yesterday, and 9-day exponential also worked yesterday as a resistance, but they have been converted into a support, so I'm going to convert that into a support out here. So 170.07 is now our support. 21-day exponential is the first support. It's sitting at 174.55. And also 9-day exponential is the second support, sitting at 171.42. And our first resistance is 178.75. And the second resistance is the 200-day exponential at 181.26. Those are the range for AVGO. Palantir is up for smartly 5.87%. It has got a resistance at 101.40, and it has converted all the exponential moving averages into support. So it has got the support of 9-day exponential at 91.29, and that's the range in which I think Palantir will move. There was this huge double bottom price target of 126.61, so Palantir is likely to move towards that. That's my expectation. And SMH semiconductor ETF is up 3.96%. It has converted this gap up area from the past into a support, so that's a very good sign. The next resistance is going to be 201.67 and 202.53, which is the 21-day exponential. So that's the range for SMH today. And with that said, I'm just going to have a quick look at the chat section to see what we have here. Shorts being closed will certainly amplify the bounce. Exactly, the shorts are being closed, and China wants to come out of this as the champion. Yeah, and they want world domination as well. So they are going to take very good opportunity and put US on the back foot. That's what they're going to try to do, and if they succeed, then I think we'll have a different set of risks for the NASDAQ. We'll tackle that when it comes to it. So thanks, Hot Dog, for your feedback out there. And then I'm going to look at Tempus AI. I'm going to, Hot Dog, I'm planning to maintain Tempus AI on the AI side because we have a devoted genomics audience which just watches genomics, and they don't come for the live stream, and they don't even come for to look at AI videos that I used to make earlier. So I'll keep it here, and I'll also try to make a mention in our genomics videos in the evening a little bit about Tempus AI every now and then. And that's the way I'm planning to tackle it, and let us see how it goes from there. Now, if you look at Tempus AI, yesterday we had said we'll have a resistance at 43.01, and we'll have the 9-day exponential as our resistance, and our support will be 36.04. And we managed to break the first two resistances, but the 21-day exponential managed to keep us down. But today pre-market, the 21-day has become a support. So I'm thinking, I'm feeling more comfortable today to say that the 100-day, the 200-day and the 50-day exponential would be the next resistance that we might tackle today for Tempus. And our MACD has become bullish, but momentum has still got to pick up. I want to see RSI above the 50% mark, and I'm thinking that it could happen when the market opens. If that happens, then I think we are going to look at the possibility of tackling this diagonal line of resistance, which was a diagonal line of support for a previous bull channel. And once we get into the bull channel, things are going to be looking good. We came very close to doing a double bottom, but we did not do that. So potentially we have the possibility of creating a bull channel out here. I'm just going to draw this as a placeholder to show what it would look like potentially. It could probably end up being a line which is parallel to this one. So let me just adjust this properly. It's almost parallel to the previous one. So we could end up either going this way and creating a new bull channel, in which case it will take us a long time to go above the resistance of 59.38, which I think is crucial for Tempus to go to new highs. But if we manage to break through directly and go above this, then I think that would be a different path that we can take. Both options are open right now. So Tempus, in my opinion, is looking pretty good. So that's what I have here. And I just want to briefly go to my initial screen and look at what was happening in the dashboard, because I was muted on the audio. In the dashboard, I said that fear and greed is looking much better now. We have improved a little bit thanks to the talks that we had out here. Dow futures rally 700 points as Trump softens his stance. I think that this was a false start, because if you look at this here, this is what Trump was saying.
On Jerome Powell, you said that the termination of Jerome Powell cannot come fast enough. He says he won't leave even if you ask him to. Do you believe you have?
If I ask him to, he'll be out of there. But
do you believe you have the power to remove him? And are you trying to do that?
I don't think he's doing the job. He's too late, always too late, a little slow, and I'm not happy with him. I let him know it, and if I want him out, he'll be out of there real fast, believe me.
So that was what he said at that time. And then he also sent out a tweet reinforcing what he said there. And now this is what we have.
I don't really like committing to
Should
things.
lower the rate.
I'm scared.
We think that it's a perfect time to lower the rate, and would like to see our chairman be early or on time as opposed to late. Late's not good.
Mr. President, you've said.
I don't want to talk about that because I have no intention of firing him.
Mr. President.
So that's what Trump said. And I'm thinking that this is the wrong reason for the markets to rally, because the problem is that Trump is making it up as he goes, and he can change his mind anytime. That risk is very high, and he's saying what is needed for the market to be propped up. It's very clear that somebody has put a fright in him, and he's tried in multiple occasions to say that he's not going to fire Jerome Powell, but he can come back tomorrow and say anything else. I think it's just a matter of time before we hear a tweet or something from him, some clip from an interview or off-the-cuff remark in his plane, which he does almost every often, that can bring the market down. So anyway, that's what I said there. And then I was saying that Meta and Apple were hit by modest EU tech fines of around $700 million for some antitrust rules. Now, this will become a regular feature if EU does not get a deal, and that could hit our Mag 5, Mag 7, and that will also let EU to promote its own tech companies. So there will be more competition, good for the client and customers. And again, I think China is going to come back from a very big position of strength. So we have to see what's happening out there. Even Elon Musk has also learned a lesson, and he's saying he's going to pull back significantly. You know what? He has not yet completely learned his lesson. What the market wants to hear is he's going to be pulling back completely from Doge and focusing 100% on Tesla. Without his 100% focus on Tesla, I think things are not going to move in the right direction. Tesla had really pathetic results. It's just the shorts and other things which are moving it upwards, and a bunch of fanboys. But Tesla is really far behind, and I think the market will realize this, and I'm expecting Tesla to give up some gains. How the catalysts will trade off among each others, I don't know, because this China thaw between White House and China, if it pans out, that will be one big positive, because there's a gigafactory and other things in China and a lot of market for Elon Musk in China. So that comes out of the high risk factor, and he can compete again and start taking orders again. So all those things are there. But the Doge backlash was significant, and every now and then, if he's not even significantly participating, there will be some action in which Elon Musk will be involved, and that can push down the share price again. And also the hate for Elon Musk is translating into a lack of prestige for Tesla ownership, and many people are dumping it. So all that thing will go away once Elon goes not only out of Dodge, but also reestablishes his liberal credentials and environment friendly credentials. If he does all those things, I think that's when the stigma comes out in the biggest market, which is California, for him in US. So that's my 2 cents. And with regard to the indices, I said that we could potentially form a double bottom. That's what I was saying when I was still on mute. So I'm just going to go into the futures and show you what is happening out here. So I was expecting a double bottom to come. The future is not doing that yet. If you look at NASDAQ, the NASDAQ futures is also not doing that. But if you go into the indicators and look at S&P 500, we have this bullish pennant out here. So this bullish pennant is where we are likely to fall out on the downside. That's what bearish pennants do more often than not. This is a bearish pennant, and right now we are moving towards the upper side, and I'm expecting this horizontal line of resistance, this diagonal line of resistance, and the 21-day exponential moving average to do the job of pushing it back down again. And if that doesn't happen, then I think we are looking at higher highs and higher lows, and somehow we will be able to come out of this bear channel that we have got ourselves into, and that can lead us to start looking positively. But if I look at the overall geopolitical situation and the mess created by this tariff, I think that the rally is less likely. We are more likely to be in a dead cat bounce, because already the damage has been done in the supply chains. There are a lot of production that has happened in China that has not gone into the containers because of the tariff. And those who have already got it here are going to pass on the cost to the consumer. So it's a big mess out there. And also Christmas orders are in a backlog because the tariff situation and the lack of clarity. So all of this is going to lead to some kind of a inflationary move or a price increase. And that's the reason why Jerome Powell is very reluctant to say he's going to reduce interest rates. So we're going to see all of these things play out, and therefore I'm thinking that we have a dead cat bounce right now, and that's what I had said in my opener. And Hot Dog, what do you think? Do you think that's what that's the right way of looking at it? Please just give me your feedback. What is your outlook? Are you thinking that we are into a bull channel now? Or if you are thinking that this could be a dead cat bounce, please put it in the comment. That will help me a lot. So friends, so that was the fiasco. I'm going to see if I can edit out the first portion because this is really bad experience for any viewer. I sincerely apologize for the lack of audio. I'm trying to build this channel as a retail investor. I don't expect to make money out of this channel, but it keeps me from being the compulsive trader that I am, and it has done a whole lot of good for my portfolio. I'm learning a lot here, and it's imposing a lot of discipline on me. So I'm going to keep this going. And thanks, Hot Dog. Thanks for your feedback. You are saying it's a short bull channel. Okay. Yeah, so thank you very much for your feedback, and we'll see how it goes. And once again, my sincere apologies for the lack of audio. Tomorrow I'll be good. I'm going to make a checklist, just like a rocket launch, and I'll go check, 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 which will include the microphone, and we should be all right. Lessons learned. The economy is actually decent if allowed to continue. Absolutely. All these problems were created by Trump. Earlier, the Fed had a little job of, doing the Goldilocks and getting a soft landing. And I think they were on track with that. But Trump came and made a big mess for Jerome Powell. And actually, Jerome Powell is not the loser. The loser is actually Trump. He has been bankrupted multiple times. And he's doing the same thing with the country. He did the same thing in the first term. And if you look at the infrastructure week that he kept on having and no development in infrastructure, I think he's all bark and no bite. And therefore, all these big things that he's talking about, it's all going to fizzle out, and we're going to be back to the situation that we were before. But in the process, the market is going through a lot of pain. That's what I'm thinking. Let us see what happens, my friends. Thanks, Hot Dog, for joining in. And someone else also joined in. Thank you, the unknown person, for joining in and giving me some support out here. I'm going off to have my breakfast, pick up my sugar levels, lick my wounds from today's debacle, and put a clean slate and get started again. Bye, Hot Dog. Have a great day. Bye, everybody. And bye, Inf. Take care. See you then.